It wasn't a very easy journey, honestly. When Hum Paanch started is when I got cable in my house. I have been extremely blessed and fortunate that I got to play such different roles, on television. I always wanted to get into production somehow. Even though I've been acting for so many years, there are a lot of different kind of relationships which we see around. Today, we all are more expressive than what our parents or our mothers were. We all express what we want, and we do have a certain expectation, all the women today.
So, hi everyone, welcome to midday.com, and joining us we have actress turned producer Bhairavi Raichura joining us. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, Natasha. Thank you so much for having me on your show, firstly.
We have to talk about your journey to turning producer. So, how did that happen with Aadha, Ishq?
Our production house technically has completed 10 years this year. So 2012, our first show launched on Colors called Chal Sharma. So Nandita Mehra, who was directing me in a show called Astitva, in which I was acting. Okay, so she and I happened to start talking about making our own content and shows and all that, and that's how we partnered and we started our own thing. I always wanted to get into production somehow. Even though I've been acting for so many years. Acting is still my first love, don't worry, but still. Yeah. So I always wanted to tell stories, be a part of it. It used to always intrigue me that ye kaise hota hoga, how must they be creating this, and what the entire process was very fascinating for me. It wasn't a very easy journey, honestly, but then it's worth it times when you see your baby on air. And now with Aadha, the latest one, which is just launched a week back. So yeah, it feels nice.
And what was it about this show particularly that that had you convinced that this has to be made?
It has a little edge to it, basically complexities in a relationship is something that really excites both Nandita and me. So romance, drama, layered relationships. There are a lot of different kind of relationships which we see around, and a lot of stories which are still untold. So where this daughter falls in love with her mother's ex-boyfriend, who her mother still has kind of feelings for. He's in the past, but still one love of her lifetime. And of course, the daughter is unaware. So when this writer came to us with this concept, we were extremely excited and very convinced that we have to make this show. And yes, of course, Wood supported us, and they also were very excited, all of them. Yeah. And here it is.
Yeah, and also about the cast, of course, you have an exciting cast. So there's Aamna, there's Gaurav, there's Kunaal. So if you'd like to say something about them as well.
We didn't want a typical mother-looking character, because in the story also it is that ways that this girl has got married really early. College se nikal ke shaadi kar li Kunaal se. So she's also unsure of a lot of things. You still are discovering yourself, and that is when that time all that matters is this guy is the best guy, and over the period of time you realize that we both are so different and not good for each other. Good otherwise, but not good for each other. Yeah. And basically we're different, and so she also in that process steps out of her comfort zone. So Kunaal here, Milind, the character, is a provider. He's not someone who is abusive or is beats her up or anything of that sort. Keeps her very well, but that's not all that she wants from this relationship. A woman definitely wants a lot more from a relationship, and that too today we all are more expressive than what our parents or our mothers were. We all express what we want, and we do have a certain expectation, all the women today. So that's when she steps out and she meets this young artist who is younger. She does resist, of course, and they fall in love. But yes, she doesn't step out of the marriage because of her child. And regarding Aamna and Gaurav and Kunaal and Pratibha, I must say, the girl who's playing Renee.
Yeah.
She is new, but she's done an excellent job, and all of them have done a wonderful job. Even the supporting cast, Suchitra and all of them, they all have done an amazing job. They all are looking stunning. Yeah. They're looking gorgeous. Yeah, all of them are together. So yeah, we are very happy, and they all. I must say one thing, that we were shooting in this freezing cold temperature. It was freezing cold. We could really capture the best season of Kashmir, I think. But I'm an actor, so I know that you have to look good also. You have to deliver lines also. You have to. It is so tough. So we were in like 5 feet deep, 4 feet, 3 feet deep snow sometimes, and Aamna was sick 1 or 2 days, but then she still came on the set, and she was very cooperative. All of them, trust me, they were all very cooperative, and they were not cribbing and that "Arey, bahut thand hai." Yes, of course, thand thi, so we were. I mean, there were heaters everywhere for them and all of that, all of it. But still, with it doesn't have so many resources. Kashmir doesn't have so much. How much ever we try, so there must have been times when, there must have been gaps between their requirement and we fulfilling their requirement, is what I mean. But then they all were very cooperative and excited and loved their role. So that is what made it a good journey.
And when you look back at your own journey, because you started really young, and of course you have been part of iconic shows, right? From Hum Paanch to Balika, Vadhu also. So how do you look at your journey?
I always say this in all my interviews, that I think I have been extremely blessed and fortunate that I got to play such different roles, on television. It was like a blessing. Like when I did Hum Paanch, I didn't even know that, okay, this is something that I'll do all my life, or this is what I want to do. It just happened.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen a character like that. I didn't know of anyone. I was all of 15 and a half, 16 then. So, so I didn't know anything that time. And so the director and all of them, Ashok uncle, all of them, they taught me actually. And after that, of course, there was Balika, Vadhu, Sasural Genda Phool, Wo Rehne Wali Mailo Ki, Astitva. There were a lot of shows, and they all had different roles to play. So I think I was very fortunate, and I want to thank God for giving me such amazing roles. And I just feel blessed. That's it.
Do you know your very first show? I think that's something people are always going to associate with you, like, no matter what.
Yeah.
So they'll always
I agree.
Kajal. How does that feel? Even after so long, people still remember that character so much, and more dialogues and, all that.
I also feel, Natasha, that time, there were limited shows. There was, so cable world had just, in fact, I didn't have cable in my house till Hum Paanch came in, because we were in school. Mom was not allowed, no cable type, aise wala, So when Hum Paanch started is when I got cable in my house.
Okay.
So, and this character was something which was never seen on Indian television. I believe a tomboyish girl, jo apne aap ko aata hu, jata hu, and a very bindas, carefree character. So, yes, it became iconic, and I feel nice sometimes. So initially I used to feel like, "Arey yaar, kya sab log mujhe aise bulate rehte." But then now that as you grow, you realize that, wow, man, it's such a blessing. Imagine after so many years, more than 2 decades, people still remember that role and that character, which means, it's so, you are really simply blessed and lucky. That's it.
And are you all still in touch, because obviously that family is something that, the close bond that we had seen on screen and off screen. So are you all still in touch? Do you all catch up sometimes?
Yes, we do, on and off. In fact, a few days back only, Ashok Uncle's wife had called. It's his 75th birthday that he's celebrating next month, and we all are going to meet up for that. But yes, we are in touch. We, on and off, we talk to each other, including Vidya. So we all are in touch with each other, yes.
And anything else that you'll have planned for the production house as well? Any other shows that you're producing? You could tell us
talk about it on it. Natasha, okay. Can't say anything much about it right now. But yes, we will keep producing. We will try to keep producing different kind of content and give our best to the audience. I hope they love it and appreciate it is all that we want.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks. You, Natasha. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.